This is the end, my only friend, the end of the NHL regular season, at least for the Penguins. And with that terrible rendition out of the way, this is the very last regular season game for the Pittsburgh Penguins, game 82 of 82. We have won every game so far in this playthrough for the Penguins, and we hope to do that tonight, but we're going to have to do it without Sidney Crosby. He was injured in the game against the Caps, out with an elbow injury, and we also lost Ryan Shea. So Rutger McGroarty draws in the forward position, and Ilya Solovyov draws in on the third pairing on the left side. So can we get one last win to close out the regular season before we head to the playoffs? We'll have to find out. Maybe the St. Louis Blues will have us singing a different tune. We'll have to see. But with that in mind, please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe, all that good stuff. With housekeeping out of the way, let's jump right in to the Blues and Pens here on the VIG Lounge. Need the case 67, not 87. On the top line, and Igor Chinakhov moves to the left wing as Rakell moves to center. Penguins get the first shot on goal. Now Colton Parayko had an opportunity to get into the pen zone for the Blues, but Erik Karlsson skates away with it. Gets it up to Igor Chinakhov. Chinakhov trying to find some space, and it gets knocked off the stick before he could get the shot away. Puck pass back to Karlsson. Has to reload into the Blues zone. And he will do just that. Get to the net. Denied by Binnington. And a Let's Go Blues chant. Big drive handled by Skinner, and the puck gets knocked away to the corner. Penguins trying to get the puck out of there. And it's now on the stick of Evgeny Malkin. He will carry back into the Blues zone. Cuts to the front, denied again by Binnington. As the rebound popped up in the air, and the Blues got there first. Broberg gave it away to Girard, who scores! Oh, buy Sam a drink and get his dog one too! As the late, great Mike Lang would say, the Penguins are leading 1-0 off a brutal giveaway in front. Sam Girard finishes it off. And, of course, I've got a question for you. How much does a polar bear weigh? Enough to break the ice, baby. And it's Joel Hofer in that, excuse me. Not Binnington, but we can correct that now. And the Penguins on their fourth shot take the lead in this season finale of 25-26. Regular season finale, that is, because we are playoff bound, baby. Not only in this playthrough, which I'll be playing throughout the hockey off-season, but in real life as well. Got ourselves a nice lock of second place in the Metro, and we will be meeting the Flyers in round one. Nothing wrong with the Battle of Pennsylvania. Thinking the Penguins are going to take it in 6 games. I'd be worried if shootouts were allowed because we'd probably lose it before, but thankfully it's not. And it's good to see Sidney Crosby and Evgeny Malkin along with Erik Karlsson and Kris Letang back in the dance. One time, which may be the last time. But we'll have to see what next year brings. But either way, playoff hockey is a bonus with the Pens this year. Everybody thought they were going to tank, and I wouldn't have blamed them if they did. Oh, why is he number 30? We got to fix that. I don't think I've ever seen a forward or a defenseman wear number 30. It's always been a goalie, but whatever. Here's Solovyov wearing number 30 for some reason. Gets a shot away and Hope returns it aside. As the former Penguin Oscar Sundqvist tries to bring it in for the Blues. Takes a pretty heavy check. And it's carried right back in by big Elmer Soderblom. Soderblom cuts to the net, and Hofer turns that away. Back out to the blue line for the highly effective offensively as of late, Connor Clifton. Soderblom, back to Clifton. Tries to set up a one-timer and lost the puck. Kindle has it. Gets it back. Knocked out is Ryan Suter. I believe it's Ryan Suter, because, yeah, it's not Hugh Suter, is it? Maybe it is. I feel like Ryan Suter's playing one more season with St. Louis, though. I could be wrong, but I think that is right. Brian Rust trying to defend the St. Louis shot and wasn't quite able to do so. Now Rakell, who's cosplaying as the #1 center, gets in, and he couldn't get a shot away. Fast-moving first period. We're down to nearly 5 minutes to go, and the Penguins do have the 1-0 lead, thanks to the man who has the puck right now, defenseman Sam Girard. Fires, and he nearly got a second, but it's knocked away. Rebound, and Hofer got across. Was able to turn that shot aside. My word, what a sequence there for Joel Hofer. And we're highlighting Stuart Skinner, which I'm surprised about. Not that I have anything against that, obviously, but hasn't really handled all that much. .930 save percentage for Stu. Certainly done a commendable job after coming over from the Oilers. And we somehow were able to get rid of the Tristan Jarry contract, which is absolutely mind-boggling to me, but hey, we'll take it. Even if Ken Holland's having buyer's remorse. Or no, sorry, Stan Bowman's having buyer's remorse. Highlighting of Evgeny Malkin as he steps in to take the draw and inevitably loses it. Huge hit there by Parker Wobbenspoon. Chinikov. It was a check, and the puck is given away. Fed to the aforementioned Igor Chinikov. Or that may have been Mantha, excuse me. 39, not 59. Lines are a little jumbled in the absence of Sidney Crosby, as they would be. Mantha gains the red and dumps it in. Malkin, round in front, denied by Hofer. The rebound is there for Gino, but he couldn't get it to go. And I know I'm going to toss this game on later tonight. It's on at 9:30 Eastern time. But the thing with it is the Penguins are resting all of their stars, essentially. And, I mean, it doesn't... bode well to have them play for risk management, because we're not moving anywhere if we win this game, so it really doesn't matter, even if the Flyers win tonight. So we are locked into second in the Metro IRL, so this game at least has some of the stars, minus the injured Sidney Crosby, thanks to the AI from Washington. But be that as it may, the Penguins have themselves a 1-0 lead after 20 minutes of play. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on to period 2. Shots on goal, 12-3 in favor of Pittsburgh. It's 15-4 in favor of the Penguins as well. Passing percentage belongs to the Blues. They've won all 6 draws. No penalties to speak of. But what matters most, thanks to Sam Girard, the Penguins are up 1-0 as we go into the second. 20 minutes down, 40 minutes up. Let's see what this second period has to say, shall we? Talking as if it's not an arbitrary thing. Another one draw by the Blues, but the Penguins will take the puck courtesy of some physicality. Pass across to Chinikov, and they couldn't get it to connect. And a big drive by Carlson, blockered away by Hofer to the corner. Penguins trying to get the puck back, but the Blues apparently are going to have it cleared. And the Penguins regather in the form of Igor Chinikov. Chinikov into the right wing circle. Goes far side, denied by Hofer. And Parayko in a battle with Rust. Parayko wins it. Gets it to former Penguin Nick Bukestad. Knocked off the stick. And the Penguins will send it in. Of course, Bukestad is now a New Jersey Devil who's also missing the playoffs this year, which is kind of a surprise because I feel like more people thought that the Rangers and the Devils were going to make the playoffs instead of the Pens and Flyers, but that's why you play out a regular season. It doesn't always work out on paper the way that you think. And in this case, I'm happy because honestly, I either wanted the Penguins to tank and get a potential high draft pick or make the playoffs. Thank God we're not stuck in mid. Back to Girard. And Letang lets it rip, and that goes high off the helmet of Hofer. Back to Girard once again. Let's go, and he scores! Feeling fine with 49 as he's got a pair. Pittsburgh leads it 2-0. First shot was going to the front of the net. This time was a more traditional goal by a defenseman as Girard just hammers this one. And Hofer had no chance on it as Sam Girard doubles the Penguins' lead. And Evgeny Malkin finally won a draw. Puck rolls in on Skinner. And the Penguins get it back. Sam Girard goes around the Blues defense and he put it just wide. Hofer may have gotten a piece of that with the stick. Mantha tries again. Anthony Mantha, now known as Manthony. As we're getting down to the halfway point of the game. And of course, by extension, the halfway point of the second period. As the Penguins dump it in again, Mantha battling for it. Walked off by Brazeau. Up the right side. Carried in by Letang. He scores! 3 goals by defensemen. Bang, bang, goes Letang, and the Penguins are up by 3. Literally just had all kinds of time with that breakaway. Took full advantage of it. And with 8:37 to go in the middle frame, Penguins are up now by 3 goals and are looking for more. Here comes Ben Kindle. Kindle will let one go, denied by Hofer. He swallows it and gets the whistle with the Penguins sniffing around for a rebound. Goaltending matchup, Joel Hofer and Stu Skinner. One is doing a lot better than the other. I'll let you guess which one that may be, but I'm sure it's blatantly obvious. Getting down to roughly 7 minutes remaining here in the second. Ben Kindle gets violently driven to the ice. Puck goes all the way around. Penguins couldn't get it. The Blues have Tucker. To Bukestad. To Thomas, and a big save by Skinner in front. Turned another one away. As Buchnevich had a great opportunity for the Blues, but Stuart Skinner stood his ground, and the Penguins still have their 3-goal lead. Chant of "Let's Go Blues" as they're trying to throw their team back into it. And St. Louis is definitely noticeably picking up the physicality. And now Elmer Soderblom carries it. Knocked off his stick. Torpachenko. Oh, so there's a booze going on now. Not sure why, if there's an injury or... Either way, Brian Rust carries in for the Penguins. Got it back to Clifton, he lets it go, and I think it went off the post, or maybe the crossbar, and came all the way out near the blue line. And Solovyov delivers a hit. Solovyov got the puck back. Now to Clifton, lets it go, and the rebound was there. The Penguins couldn't settle it down in time. Now Chinikov will. Clifton in the backside, and he nearly put it in. But Hofer was able to get across and deny that chance. As we highlight Elmer Soderblom. Oh my goodness, what a hit that was. Sending a Blues player into the bench. Malkin wins it back to Letang, who floats it on net, and then Malkin gathers the rebound. But Hofer was pouncing on the puck and looking to keep it away from the Penguin sniper wearing number 71. And especially if Malkin's willing to take a discount, I'd like him to come back for one more year with the Penguins. He had a fantastic season, best we've seen him in years, and I think he deserves it. He played himself to earn another contract. So I'm hoping we see that in the offseason. But before that, we've got one more period to go. Here's Kris Letang putting the Penguins up now by 3. 3-0 after 40 minutes of play. Let's take a look at the stats. Pittsburgh out shooting the Blues 25-9. Hits are 24-9 in favor of the Penguins as well. Our passing percentage went up a fair bit. Hey, we won a couple draws. No penalties to speak of. Maybe that will change in the third. We'll have to see. 40 minutes down, 20 minutes up. This is potentially the final regular season period of the 25-26 season, and the final episode for the Penguins regular season hockey here on the VIG Lounge. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for coming along for the ride with me beginning in October. Can't believe that we're right around the corner from the Stanley Cup playoffs now. Best time in hockey. Both my teams are in it, and you better know I'm going to give a send-off for the Golden Knights as well. With that said, 40 minutes down, 20 minutes up. Third period action, final regular season game this year on the VIG Lounge. Let's get into it. And Rakell won a draw. That is absolutely remarkable. Didn't mean anything, as the Blues took it away almost instantly. Rob Thomas must be lonely because it's 3 a.m. It's 3 a.m. He must be lonely. Yeah, I'm only going to do that once. But every time we play the Blues, I have to do it because it's kind of hilarious. And if anybody watches this and they don't understand the reference, there's a well-known soft rock band, Matchbox 20, that have a singer named Rob Thomas. So I have to make that joke about Robert Thomas for the Blues at least once each time I play them. Igor Chinikov dumps it in. Carlson trying to join in on this defensive scoring shooting gallery for the Pens, but it's not to be. Shot put wide on the rebound. I thought the Blues were going to get their first goal, but it was not to be. Broberg got it across, and now Penguins took full advantage of it. Tommy Novak found a lane, but Hofer was able to get across and deny what looked like an open net on the cross-crease pass, but now Torpachenko carries out for St. Louis. And Skinner forced to hang on to that one. Congratulations, St. Louis now up to double digits in shots. It only took them nearly 2.5 periods. Ref took their sweet time to drop the puck there. Penguins trying to get it back. Rebound goes to the corner, and Kindle finds Brazeau. Here is Justin Brazeau. And a delayed penalty. Should have made it worthwhile with a 5-minute boarding penalty, but we'll take a 2-minute interference call from Justin Brazeau. I mean, he bumped him, sure, but it wasn't really all that much. I feel like in the playoffs, something like that would not get called, but whatever. And Clifton will send it all the way down to give the Penguins the clear. Russ comes across to deliver a hit, and Soderblom sends it the rest of the way down. The puck rolls in on Hofer, and he had to be sharp for that one because it nearly trickled under the pads. Pass across. And across and up. Russ now to Clifton. Clifton dumps it in. Collected by Soderblom and then knocked off the stick by Kyrou. As the Blues penalty kill, or the Blues power play rather, is down to under a minute. And Solovyov sends it all the way down. Down to 40 seconds now. To Justin Falk, the Red Wing IRL, who is now out of the playoffs as well. So, trade did not work. Sorry, Red Wings fans, that the Yzer plan failed once again. Maybe next year, who knows? And Connor Dewar brought it all the way into the Blues zone to kill some time. Tried to get a shot on goal, but he was not able to do so. What is going on here? Puck dumped in by Rakell. Penguins kill it off. Carlson has it. And by that, I mean kill off the penalty, and Carlson has the puck. Got it to Rakell by accident. As Carlson was drifting to the right side, the puck popped out for Rakell. Malkin with a chance, turned away, and Rakell scores on the rebound. It's tricky to score a goal unless you are Rickard Rakell. It's tricky. Tricky Ricky. Oh my goodness. St. Louis are definitely singing the blues on that one. They had a power play, couldn't capitalize. Penguins took advantage of a scramble, and Rickard Rakell put one past Hofer that you feel he should have had as it leaked through. Stuart Skinner with a nice save. Puck sent all the way down as it missed Girard, and that's going to be an icing call against the Penguins. Shots are a lot closer now, 27-19. Not saying the Blues haven't come to play in this third period, but might be too little too late. Puck deflected wide off a defensive stick by the Penguins. And Tommy Novak will gain the red line and send it in. Carlson with a chance. And Hofer hangs on. 4:02 remaining in this third period. And speaking of four, again, the Penguins have themselves a nice 4-goal lead. Thanks to the latest goal from Rickard, which finally puts a forward on the board for the Pens, as defense has become offense prior to that, thanks to a pair of goals from Sam Girard, and then a goal from Kris Letang as well, before this most recent goal from Rakell. That's where we stand, 4-0 for the Penguins. Mantha dislodges the puck by taking the body. And now the favor is returned on Tommy Novak. What a save by Skinner! And this could potentially turn into something. No! Hofer had to poke check it. That would have been unbelievable. But beggars can't be choosers, I suppose. Rickard Rakell drifts in, denied by Hofer. Back to the blue line with a one-time drive handled by Hofer. Across, sets up another one-timer that goes off the shin pad. Letang. It was a nice hip check, or a shoulder check, excuse me. And Rickard Rakell will carry in. Looking for a second on the backhand, and he put it just over the net. Rust has it. And tried to pass it back, but it was given away. Gavin Brindley, I guess, came over from Colorado at the trade deadline in this playthrough for some reason, because I'm pretty sure he's a Colorado Avalanche. Girard looking for the hat trick, and it will not happen on that occasion. Without Sidney Crosby, and to a lesser extent, without Ryan Shea, the Pittsburgh Penguins close what is a remarkable regular season, going 82 for 82 in this playthrough. Video game-like numbers for the 25-26 season. Here playing NHL 26, of course. Therein lies the joke. But we finally got a forward on the board. Rickard Rakell, after 2 goals from Sam Girard and a goal from Kris Letang, put this one away as the Penguins get a shutout along with 4 goals to have St. Louis. And, well, they are home, so St. Louis singing the blues, I suppose. Let's take a look at the rest of the stats before we wrap things up, shall we? Shots on goal, 33-21 in favor of the Penguins. Hits, 40-17 in favor of the Penguins as well. Our passing percentage went down, but that's okay. We won 1 more face-off, and the Blues had a power play. They were unsuccessful on it, obviously. No power play for the Pens. We didn't need it. We got 4 goals at even strength. Thank you all for tuning in to another year of the Penguins regular season playthroughs here on the VIG Lounge. I genuinely appreciate it because I love doing my own commentary, even though sometimes the blind guy doesn't see things the way that a sighted commentator would, but I try my best, damn it. But I appreciate every single one of you. If you're a first-time viewer or a long-time viewer, until next time, I have been the Visually Impaired Gamer 1987. I bid you adieu. Have yourselves a terrific Tuesday, everybody.